Hey everybody, happy full moon. I thought the timing just happened to feel right with being the full moon tonight on the 22nd to do a collective. So let's get yourselves nice and cozy, grab yourselves a drink, cup of tea, whatever it is you like that is however you feel like celebrating the full moon. And let's ask Spirit what is in store for the entire collective. When I was visiting my friend this week, it wasn't tonight, obviously, the full moon, but at first I thought it was the full moon, or I knew it was coming close, because I'm gonna try to get this picture out there if I can. It was like the moon was it was almost like a sunrise at nighttime. And I guess depending on where you are located, obviously the clouds and things change your perspective, right? But it was really amazing how the moon was coming, it looked like it was rising through the clouds, but the clouds were actually dropping. But the perception it gave, it was like shining bright because of the reflection off the cloud. So I was telling my friend, like, wow, this is like a sunrise. It's like a moonrise is what I called it. And it was probably one of the coolest full moons that I have seen, just for the effect of what it gave, like the feeling that it gave. There's been some amazing moons, obviously, like the big super moons, the huge ones, the red ones, the ones that are really close to the planet. It's such an amazing thing, full moons and moons and like the planets in general, right? It's such a phenomena that's taking place around us. And just imagine how many people we're gonna celebrate tonight. We're gonna see any messages that come through, but just imagine how many people who are not tapped into this, who don't get to see the benefit of the world around them and what energy has messages for us, and how like just intricate and how much astrology tells us. And so I'm hoping I'll get that picture out somehow through YouTube. I don't think the video that I took will really do as much justice, but I'm gonna see. I took a video and a couple pictures, but it was pretty amazing. So I'm really curious too, guys, if you feel like sharing, as I was saying earlier, it depends on where you are located, how the moon looks a little bit different for everybody because of clouds and whatnot. So I'd be super curious to know if you're willing to share whereabouts you're coming from or where you're following from. I know there's a lot of Americans, US. I'm in Canada, specifically in the Blue Mountains area of Ontario. And but I would love to know, just curious to know, like, where the little locations that my followers are from. If you care to share as much detail as you'd like, whether that's just the US or another part of the world or a state or a city or a town or whatever. I just think it's really cool. So if you guys feel like sharing that, please tell me where you guys are from. All right, Spirit. What messages do you have for the collective on this full moon, August 22nd? Got a few cards that flew out here. Queen of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Oh, more than I anticipated, actually. The Strength card. The Seven of Swords. Sorry, it's so dark in here. It's not my normal bright. Can't even read these cards. Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. I'm gonna have a sip of tea here. You can have a sip of yours too, whatever you're drinking. Well, the Strength card is a feminine energy, actually. We've got the Queen of Swords here as well. The Strength card is a feminine energy, and the moon is feminine, the sun being masculine. So that's an interesting correlation. The Ace of Swords is here. So there's truth. I think a lot of us on a planet are seeking truth right now in these times. I think we are seeking truth, if we're to be honest. The Ace of Pentacles sitting beside the truth, or sorry, sitting beside the Ace of Swords. I feel like we are going to have a lot of truth come through for us so that we can get back on our feet again and get back into our, you got the Eight of Pentacles here, so that we can get back to our studies, our school, our work, our businesses. Obviously, a lot of that's been interrupted for us. And I always try to think that that moons or these phenomena that all of us are, or many of us are following, and we try to relate to. I know for me, I'm always trying to hope for the best, because sometimes the moon is madness, right? Sometimes the full moon brings out, a lot of crime, or a lot of, it can also bring out new birth too. So pregnancies and birth are happening as well. The Queen of Swords, and you got the Ace of Swords. So speaking our truth, speaking up, standing up for what we believe in, not being afraid to share what's on our mind with others. The Seven of Swords was here beside the Strength card, and it's like with the Strength card I was saying earlier, it is a feminine energy. It's standing in a place where you feel assured, you feel like you've got things like, I don't want to say under control, but you feel a sense of security with the situation that you're in, and you're moving forward with that, right? She's sitting here beside a lion, so it's like taming the flames, right? Leo the lion, taming the flames down, being able to actually stand beside confidently a lion, and the feminine taming the masculine down. It's beside the Seven of Swords. So we still have some stuff left behind us that we have to resolve, that we have to maybe come to grips with, so to speak. The Five of Wands. Lots of interaction with others. It can be conflict, it can be disagreements. You've also got the Hierophant card here. So I'm feeling like with the Hierophant beside the Five of Wands, I really love this card. The Hierophant's probably one of it's going against, or not going with just the conventional, right? Going a little bit deeper than that, the metaphysical, the spiritual realm. Looking for deeper truth, right beside the Ace of Swords, looking for a deeper meaning outside of the typical conventional ways that many of us are conditioned in this conventional world, this conventional way of doing things. And I feel like with the Five of Wands as well, it's like there's all kinds of distractions and a lot of different opinions, and everyone's crossing their battles, and we're torn these days. It's like there's been a lot of separation, a lot of divide, a lot of confusion, but we have to go in within ourselves. I feel like I'm getting a message of we have to collectively go within ourselves and create our own inner peace, because If we don't, we're going to conflict with one another. When we're at peace, then the world around us, our reality is at peace, no matter what is going on. Okay? I'm getting that sense. The Ace of Pentacles, again, it's like, it's interesting because it also has the moon in it, in this picture. There's a lot of moons, actually. The Hierophant has a moon in the picture. The Ace of Pentacles has a moon in it. So there's a lot of moon energy so far, female energy. And that's what I feel like we are off balance. It's like we have to balance things. You know how there's like the yin and yang, the feminine, the masculine. We're off kilter. We're off kilter this time, and let's see what else. It has to be brought back into balance. The Seven of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, beautiful, beautiful card. I love that card. The Knight of Wands. What messages do you have for us, Spirit, for this full moon? What other messages do you have? One more shuffle. The Eight of Swords. It's the Wheel of Fortune is destiny. It's like there's new fortunes to come for us. There's new opportunities lying ahead of us. The Eight of Swords, you know, pure confinement, pure a sense of delusion, a sense of confusion, not a sense of freedom or a sense of like clarity. It's very restrictive. So I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is going to remove all of these restrictions, all of these confinements that we have in our minds and our lives, and things that are taking place right now, that maybe we can have a whole new destiny, a whole new way of looking at things with fortunes to be had, right? The Ace of Pentacles is there. So lots of abundance. The Seven of Wands, it's the battle is sort of, we're ready to pack it in almost. We're sort of guarding all the hard work that we've done. It's kind of a little bit of protecting things, but at the same time, we got the Hangman as well right now. So taking chances, going on a leap of faith. We need more leaps of faith. We have to step outside and, again, speak our truth. I just placed that card beside the Queen of Swords. I feel like we've been so robotic almost, and so afraid. Like you know, you can see it in society. You can see how there's like dualities happening. There's like this free side. There's a free reality. There's an open, fearless reality. And then you see a lot of fearful. You see a lot of people that are not willing to look over the cliff, not willing to take a chance, not willing to change their mind, change their reality. So the Hangman is showing us a different perspective, a different way to go. Take a leap of faith, take a chance. We have to take chances when we feel like stuck, like this Eight of Swords, we feel stuck in a situation for such a long period of time. Change it, change your reality, take a leap of faith, do something different, that you have to remove the fears, you know, live your truth. Live your truth. You know what I forgot, guys? My music. Talk about setting the mood. I forgot my little, my meditative music in the background, but maybe that's a sense of silence, a sense of calm is the message for that reasoning. Be still. Stillness, it heals. Oh. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective for tonight's full moon? What messages do you have for us? The Hermit. Silence, I just finished saying silence, stillness, going within, going within, getting your own introspective, not retrospective, introspective. Is it a retrograde? Introspective, getting a new, getting the answers, and that's what we're kind of saying, like, your truths lie within you. You have your own truths that are deep inside. You just have to seek them out and create that reality, right? I'm very, especially this past year and a half, I really feel like it's been challenging to not go through moments of fear or fearful, just fear in general, whether that's whatever that may be for you. I know what my fears are, and I know what has changed in our world. And sometimes it's a challenge, it's a struggle, but you have to create that new reality and remove the fear. There's, fear is crippling us right now. And from what I, see around the world, if we could remove that fear one by one on an individual basis, it would take away these restraints. It would take away that feeling imprisonment, literally, feeling confined and restricted, blindfolded, a sense of oppression maybe. Change it, right? Create what you want to be your new normal. Make it happen. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Hanging on to fear, or going into the wheel of fortune, going into the destiny of tons of abundance and great fortunes and Ace of Swords, truths, Ace of Pentacles, the Strength card, literally, right? What are we waiting for? It's all there. It's all in front of us. It's whether or not we want to make that our reality or not. It's a perception thing. Everyone's take on everything is their own perception, right? Even me. Every one of the people that watch me has their own individual unique perception, right? No two people that follow me or watch me have the exact same idea or impression of me or perception of me, right? Everyone has their own take on somebody. So that's your reality. That's your perception. No two minds are alike in that sense. It might just be something really, really small too. Like there could be a general, some people might say, oh, Alex is a nice guy. I do hear that. Alex is a nice guy. But somebody might say, oh, he's, there might be just one little tweak that has someone else might have something else to say, or somebody might have a different thought process about me. So again, it's your perceptions create your reality of what you see in front of your life or in your life. Too many cards. Lots of change, I think, and I hope. Okay, I hope, maybe I'm wishful thinking here, but I hope there's a lot of good changes coming. I'm sure many of us want that. Time to move forward. Heal, right? The Hierophant as well. The Two of Cups. Beautiful love, right? Removing the fear and the ego. Ego is love. Removing the ego and replacing it with love. The Two of Cups. Seeing eye to eye, right? Looking at each other in the eye. Truth. Speaking truth to one another. Offering our cups to one another. Offering our love to one another. Offering our gratitude to one another. Sharing the light. Sharing the truth with other people. Sometimes we get so, it's easy to share our bad days with others. It's really easy to share getting angry with people and having a short temper. That's easy to vent off. That's really, really easy for many people anyways. Even for myself. It's easy to complain. It's easy to see the dark, to see the bad, the negative in a situation, but it's time that we start to see the good and to share our love, share our cup with others, offer others something. Literally cheers, okay? Literally cheers. I hope you guys are all enjoying your night, and I'm having an awesome time just relaxing. It's dark outside. I got my tea. I got my YouTube channel. We're good. Things are good. The Knight of Cups. So something's going to come in very fast. There's a lot of fast-moving energy coming towards us. I'm just making sure my candles aren't catching a fire. We don't need a fire. So some fast-moving energy, the Knight of Cups. Again, maybe he's got a big cup, offering something, coming forward with something, with an offer, with some substance, some strength, right? Giving us some messages, charging in with good news. The Queen of Pentacles. Providing, nurturing, right? She's stable, financially stable, providing, very good with providing for our families, which has been for not for everybody. That has not been an easy thing these days, is providing for our families, right? It's been interesting, to say the least. Creativity. I just heard creativity. We have to get creative. We have to step outside of our boxes and start to think very, very alternatively. Evolve, right? Ascend. Rise above the lower vibration. That we have to literally start to obliterate these lower vibrations and rise above, ascend to a higher state of doing things, of evolution, right? Creating things in a new light, creating newness, doing things in a different way, not the old battling way, battling things out. It's like shattering glass with sound, right? Not with smashing things and emotional hatred. Shatter things that are challenging. Shatter them with light, love, sound. Use therapies in your life that help you to rise above. So meditation is one of the easiest, simplest, free ways of tapping into your inner guides, your spirit, tapping into clearing your mind and providing inner peace. And it's always available to you 24/7. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you probably do meditation if you're into astrology and you're into the spiritual realm, but sometimes it's so hard to settle the mind, you know? So regaining that sense of strength, courage, the ability to provide for ourselves, and not just materially, right? We have to build up our spiritual, our mental, our emotional. We have to be very, very strong these days. And it's very, very difficult at times just stepping outside. As soon as you leave your house, it's like it can be a battlefield, literally. Literally. It's like, who's going to yell at me today? Right? So, who's going to smile at me today is what we could do. Smile, thank people, spark up conversations. Got a couple cards here. 3. Oh, sorry. 4 of them flew out. Okay, I'm going to draw these 4 cards, and I think that's enough. I think the reading is giving us some good messages. We got the 4 of Swords, the King of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Tower card. So again, the four of Swords is telling us like to recharge our batteries, take a rest, don't overdo it, right? Don't beat yourself up. You've gone through enough. There's been enough battles going on, enough headaches and enough tough times, and recharge your batteries. Take a rest, do some inner healing. The King of Cups. This can be obviously someone that's going to offer something to us, but also sometimes like we have to take action. We have to not sit back and just look for somebody to fill up our cup. Offer someone else to fill up their cup. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that King of Cups. It's like it's very easy to want to be served all the time, but sometimes we have to serve purpose in our life and serve others. We're here to serve others, right? 5 of Pentacles. It's again like it's not in this deck, but the other deck of cards that I have, I don't have it close to me, but the 5 of Pentacles is a couple that are walking through snow past a church. And it sort of reminds me of asking help, right? Right now, we all could use a little bit of help. Everybody could help one another, whether that's, you know, helping with just a neighbor or bringing somebody a meal or, you know, helping somebody out financially or however we help one another, giving people love, giving people understanding, physical time, right? A lot of people are isolated these days and they don't have anybody. I have family members who are very elderly and alone. They're either widowed or single and very old, and they are alone. They are alone. And, you know, I try to call one of my aunts, for instance, right? I give her a call, and she said a few times, it's just that we live a few hours away, but she feels alone at times. And so I try to call her, and we laugh, and I give her a little bit of hope sometimes that just, you know, things will get a little better. So it's been a little tougher here in Canada, I'm sure wherever you guys are. It's why I'm really curious, like, let me know where you guys are, because depending on where you are in Canada, things have been a little bit strict here and a little bit tough. And like I said, it takes a lot of strength to maneuver through that. And for some who are elderly or who don't have that, they don't have any more strength left, right? It's like the four of swords. They're flat on their back, burnt, they're tired, they're older, they don't have the energy to fight this. They get the short end of the stick sometimes. So offer people a conversation, offer them some hope, offer them if they need financial help, or as I was saying, the other deck that I have, it's like they're walking by a church. So maybe donate to, a food bank or Salvation Army, whatever group that you, or whatever charity that you feel is important to you, or that you can help another family or another person. Food, warmth, comfort, these things are important. The Tower card. So eventually, I feel like this is the ideal, perfect card to end this reading with, because all things come to an end. No matter what. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. And everything comes to an end and a complete cycle sooner or later. And we have to have that hope. See, Five of Pentacles, don't give up. Keep your hope. Understand that sometimes you have to ask for help. Sometimes it's okay to feel maybe short, short on whatever that is, finances or feelings or emotions or whatever. And sometimes it's okay on the flip side of that to give to somebody else, to give to others. So I think that everything, good, bad, comes to an end sooner or later, and the light shines through. The truth comes out, right? Everything will come, and in the end, we will have our wheel of fortune. I think that is destined. That's destiny, right? Why would we be here? This is one of the questions I just want to, I'm kind of diverting off here, but I have a lot of conversations with friends, and I have a Reiki teacher that I'm very close with, who I just can speak my truth with her, and I can, I've had some really cool, very, very cool spiritual awakenings with her. So much that you guys will eventually get to know me as my channel grows. I have so many different things I want to share with people, but I was kind of telling her, we've had this conversation a few times, and it seems like a lot of people think, or it feels at times, that it's bleak right now, or things are just confusing, or they're off balance, right? Our scales are all over the place. Things can feel like that. It doesn't necessarily mean that we all have those same, we don't all feel that way all the time. But I always say, like, what would be the point on being here on planet Earth? We have a beautiful full moon. What would be the point in being on this planet if it's going to end in anything but good? It just doesn't make sense to me. It wouldn't add up that we are here to learn our lessons in life, to learn why we're here, to get back to the light. Why would we be here if it ended in evil or misery or anything but the good, the wheel of fortune, the destined? Everything is in place. We just don't quite see why. We don't quite understand why right now. But it will come. Things will change. The truth will come. So I feel like we have to just stay strong. This reading is about strength and truth. Strength and truth. Work at it and maintain inner peace is very, very important. I believe inner peace is really everything you can have, and your health, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this full moon reading. That'll be the first for me, which is an honor. And I really enjoyed this, much different than the love readings that we've been doing together. So I want to send everybody lots of strength, lots of love, lots of hope, and positivity to enjoy your full moon night, whatever it brings. I really don't know what the astrologers have to say in terms of the outcome of this moon, but I feel like at least the moon affects me. I know in general it can make me moody, it can make me sort of, I know something's off, I feel off. But I feel like this was a really good reading in that it's a really strengthening moon. That's what I'm getting here. I'm getting like it's a truthful moon. It's the energy is going to come and actually rejuvenate us and strengthen us and provide us with clarity. So very, very good feeling for me at least. And I hope that everybody else has a good night. And also, like I said, please, thank you again for all of your subscriptions. Don't forget to hit the like buttons and share your comments. Let me know what the full moon means to you. Let me know how your full moon is, or if you're affected by the full moon. I would love to know where you guys are following from. That is really, I'm really into geography actually. So I love to see where all these people are just plopped all over the planet who are following on my channel. So I think that's really cool. And I will see you guys in September with some more readings. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.